The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, show number 311. I am off to Carnac in Brittany. Today's show is brought to you by Celtic Invasion Vacations. Every year I take a small group of Celtic music fans on an adventure of a lifetime. This is not your typical wham-bam-thank you ma'am tour. We travel in small groups. We explore the Celtic history of different regions. We don't need to see everything because this is a vacation. Instead, our invasion brings out the relaxation and magic of our adventure, if I'm doing it right. In 2018, you can join me on a Celtic invasion of the Isle of Skye in Scotland. Sign up to the mailing list at celticinvasion.com.
Gavotte d'Ardoup de Laurent Join.
welcome to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, helping you celebrate Celtic culture through music. My name is Mark Gunn. I'm a Celtic musician, a podcaster, and you can share this show and find more episodes at CelticMusicPodcast.com. And you can show support for this show over on Patreon. The first band you heard there was Poor Man's Fortune with Gavotano, Dardup, Mas Macho, Bramercos, and Armenes from their album In Good Time. I thought that was appropriate, which I believe those are all some Breton tunes. Poor Man's Fortune does a lot of Breton music. They're out of Austin, but Larry is a big fan of Brittany. So today is the day I will be boarding an airplane to fly to Paris, and on Saturday I'll hit a train and go to Rennes for the official start of my Celtic Invasion of Brittany. I am, of course, extremely excited not just to see this wild and beautiful part of France, but also to share with you bits and pieces of my adventure through podcasts, pictures, and video. I'm really excited about this, actually. I've been making plans for the past month at least, probably more like 2 months, just trying to plan how I'm going to present stuff and share with you lots of amazing media content. So keep an eye. If you're not subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, that's my personal one, Instagram, and my personal Facebook page, then please follow the link in the show notes to do so. Also, subscribe to the Celt Father Music and Travel Podcast. This podcast is newly rebranded, and I'm sharing interviews and thoughts related to, well, music and travel. I have some great interviews, including one with Steve Behrens of 67 Music and the Celtic Music Journal, who will guest host this podcast next week. I am extremely grateful to Steve for being able to do this for me. Now, I don't have a lot of time, so we're going to jump straight into the music. Next up, we have On Triur with Lilting Banshee, Munster Buttermilk, and Humours of Ballyloughlin from their album Three People.
at Oranmore in the county Galway. One pleasant evening in the month of May, I spied a damsel, she was young and handsome. Her beauty nearly took my breath away. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paint, no powder, no, none at all. But she wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was a Galway shawl. We kept on walking, we kept on talking, till her father's cottage came into view. She said, "Come in, sir, and meet my father, and play to please him the foggy dew." She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paint, no powder, no, none at all. But she wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was a Galway shawl. She sat me down there beside the fire. I could see her father, he was 6 feet tall, and soon her mother had the kettle singing, but all I could think on was the Galway shawl. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paint, no powder, no, none at all. But she wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was a Galway shawl. Diamonds, no paint, no powder, no, none at all. But she wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was a Galway shawl. I played the blackbird, the stack of barley, Rodney's glory, and the foggy dew. She sang each note like an Irish linnet, and the tears stood in her sweet eyes so blue. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paint, no powder, no, none at all. But she wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was a Galway shawl. 'Twas early, early, all in the morning, when I hit the road for old Donegal. She said, "Goodbye, sir." She cried and kissed me. Now my heart remains with the Galway shawl. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paint, no powder, no, none at all. But she wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was a Galway shawl. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paint, no powder, no, none at all. But she wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was a Galway shawl.
carelessly strayed, I espied a fair maid in deep morn. I asked her the matter, she quickly made answer, I'm weary from leaving alone, alone. I'm weary from laying alone. My complete young damsel, come down here alongside me and tell me of the years that have aflown. For 7 long gone and 11 years around, I'm weary from laying alone, alone. I'm weary from laying alone. If I got a complete young man who would take me without fortune, make me the wife of his very own. For the truth is, I'll say is, I'll die in despair if I lie any longer alone, alone. If I lie any longer alone. There's a neat sweet flower in this garden alongside me. Take it away, sure it is all but your own. For the flower it will fade, and so also will the maid. For she's weary from laying alone, alone. For she's weary from laying alone.
After On Triur was Castlebay with the Galway Shaw from Bards and Blarney, then came Pipedance with Trim the Velvet and Spike Island Lassies from The Pleasures of Hope, and finally Karan with Weary of Lying Alone from The Winds Begin to Sing. Celtic Podcast News. The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast comes out each and every week due to the generosity of people like you. Your kind pledge of as little as $1 per episode pays for the production of this podcast, as well as my time in producing it. You get shows before regular listeners, and my deepest thanks, and when we hit a milestone, you get a 2-hour special. I want to thank our newest patrons, Gerald F. Boyle, Grant Jacobson, Mary Leska, and Miranda Nelson. Together, these awesome folks helped us hit our next milestone over on Patreon. So I'm going to plan a 2-hour special of Scottish music that I'm hope to release in late June or July. Details will be coming. In the meantime, you can become a patron today. Head on over to patreon.com/Celtic Podcast. Now, you can also buy the 2017 Irish and Celtic Music Podcast t-shirts in our store. Go to bestcelticmusic.net/shop. The shirts were designed by James McDaniel II, and they feature the slogan, Real Celtic Music, and the podcast name. Your purchase goes towards supporting this podcast, so if you don't want to do a monthly donation of $1 a month, well, this is another way to do it. I also put together a 2017 Sainted Songhanger collection, which features the new shirt, a coffee mug, and some CDs, and you can find all that in our shop. Your purchases will help to support this podcast. So if you don't want to pledge monthly, again, this is a great alternative. Buy some swag. Now, would you like to win some free CDs? I am clearing my CD collection and giving them away through my YouTube channel. Head on over to youtube.com/markgunn. If you would like to win, you can find a link to the summer CD giveaway playlist in the show notes. There you can find all the details. Basically, I am giving away a ton of CDs. Most of them are Celtic. There are a bunch of Renaissance Festival CDs as well, and I want you to have them. So head on over there. You have a good chance of winning. Next up, Burning Bridget Cleary, Cat's Meow, and Josie McDermott's Reel from Everything Is All Right.
a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood. Just go me a mark and it's good. Yeah, na like it's a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood. Just go me a mark and it's good. Hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow, hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow. Better me good at screw, better me good at screw, better me good at screw, which go me a mark and it's good. Better me good at screw, better me good at screw, better me good at screw, which go me a mark and it's good. Hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow, hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow. Can me slut to screw, can me slut to screw, can me slut to screw, which go me a mark and it's good. Can me slut to screw, can me slut to screw, can me slut to screw, which go me a mark and it's good. Hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow, hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow. Yeah, na like it's a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood. Just go me a mark and it's good. Yeah, na like it's a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood, and yeah, na like it's a wood. Just go me a mark and it's good. Hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow, hi diddle dee diddle dee, hi diddle darrow, hi diddle diddle dee diddle dee diddle dee diddle dee dee diddle dee darrow.
Heavy bowsman, grab your nets and put to sea. Keep an eye upon the hewer and the haze. Bowsman, guide your crew, steer your oarsman straight and true. Keep her safe and hold her steady as she sways. November brings the herring and October brings the hake. The storms of winter keep us firm ashore. We'll be crabbing in the spring, hauling mackerel as we sing, and in summer we'll put pilchard into store. Row, boys, row, row against the tide, boys. Hear the hewer cry, boys, row. Row, boys, row, catch them on the run, boys. Row until you're done, boys, row. Baskets line the deck, the shoal is moving east. Our sailboats form a circle with the net. The hew is off to bake the welcome ever cake, and our load is full, our shirts are wet with sweat. The women folk will clean them all and stack them high and dry. Our cellars fill with salt and silver scales. Then our daily toil will be to press them for the oil, to see us through the winter storms and gales. Row, boys, row, row against the tide, boys. Hear the hewer cry, boys, row. Row, boys, row, catch them on the run, boys. Row until you're done, boys, row. Then we'll drink the health of Catholic folk into the Pope. They can search the whole world over, pole to pole. May they all repent and extend their term of Lent, for there's nothing quite like pilchard for the saving of the soul. Row, boys, row, row against the tide, boys. Hear the hewer cry, boys, row. Row, boys, row, catch them on the run, boys. Row until you're done, boys, row. Row, boys, row, row against the tide, boys. Hear the hewer cry, boys, row. Row, boys, row, catch them on the run, boys. Row until you're done,
After Abby Green was Need Na Lachlan from Inni, then came The Changing Room with Row Boys Row from A River Runs Between, then Bridget's Cross with Off She Goes from Live Without an Audience. I want your feedback. What are you doing today while listening to the podcast? You can send a written comment along with a picture of what you're doing while listening. Email a voicemail message to celticpodcast@gmail.com. Kevin emailed, listening to May the 4th be with you while walking our area nature center. Appreciate you. Eliza emailed regarding the Texas Scottish Festival episode. This episode is so unique to what you usually provide. Seems the genres are blending, which is cool. It's like I don't know what to expect when I turn it on this morning. I usually bookmark the episodes I really enjoy and label them with the vibe they project. I know you've received some criticism recently, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. Don't let the haters get you down, Slancha. Thank you, Eliza. I really appreciate it. And, I don't actually let it get me down because I have my own philosophy when it comes to Celtic music. Years ago, I had a traditional Irish musician who sat me down and said, "This is what Celtic music is," he said. And I listened with intrigue. And afterwards, I was like, I appreciate why he thinks that. But for me, I look at Celtic music as something bigger. It has developed, and my idea is to be inclusive rather than exclusive. So I pretty much, if you listen to this podcast regularly, I love traditional Irish music. I want to have a lot of it in the show as much as possible. But there's a lot of songs. There's probably a lot more songs than there are tunes. Instrumental vocal songs versus instrumental songs. And, I love a lot of Celtic rock. The only thing I don't really include in a lot of the podcasts is Celtic New Age because it's just not my favorite. But I do include it now and then. So I am very pleased with how this podcast has gone. So I really appreciate your feedback because I do like I like what I do. I like this show. I love the way it flows and each show can be different. I don't feel constrained to make it boom, 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 some very limited idea. I feel like I can celebrate all the genres of Celtic music. So thank you, Elisa. I appreciate it. Joyce Pavelko emailed me. Hi, Mark. I don't use social media, hence this email. The 3 things I want to tell you. Number 1, I'm a very happy subscriber who wants to wish you safe travels and some motherly type advice to be careful. Number 2, my mother and I are traveling to Ireland and Scotland in June. I can't wait to actually hear the music that I've been listening to on your podcast in its native land. Number 3, my niece named her daughter Inara. Thank you for your devotion to Celtic music. Sent with fondness, Joyce Pavelko, Illinois. Joyce, thank you so much. And as I responded to you, number 1, I appreciate your motherly advice. We will be careful as we travel Brittany. I am so excited. Number 2, traveling to Ireland and Scotland, you're going to have a great time. I absolutely love going there. Love it. I wish I could do more. I keep trying to see if there's a way to make more trips to Ireland and Scotland. And I don't know. I will see what I can do. If you're not subscribed to my CelticInvasion.com website mailing list, go do that because I have some polling to do and asking you these same questions. And number 3, your niece has a great name. Yeah, I agree. Nara is a beautiful name. And finally, number 4, which is you're not on social media. That is really nice to hear. I got to say, I've been spending the last few months promoting a lot on social media, and I don't really feel like the return is all that. Yes, I've gotten a lot of new listeners, especially over St. Patrick's Day. I'm very pleased, but I don't know how much of that was actually from promotion on social media versus, the fact that I got featured on iTunes, probably more the latter. And while I do consider social media to be a necessity, right now, at least, I am moving away from spending too much time there. That's the reason I'm using my YouTube channel a lot more. I rebranded my personal YouTube channel, which is Celt Father Music and Travel. And that's where I'm starting to post all the Irish and Celtic Music podcast videos. I have moved it back there, and I'm putting out a lot of interviews related to music and travel, mostly Celtic based, but not entirely. Again, I feel like YouTube is a better marketing avenue than Facebook or definitely Twitter, But I will be using all of those, like I said, as I go off to Brittany, because it's a great way to share little bits here and there. So, all right, that's enough rambling. Let's get on back to the music. This is John Byrne Band with Sing On Johnny from The Immigrant and the Orphan.
Sing on, Johnny, don't lose a thing. Sing on, Johnny, don't lose a thing. 'Cause heaven ain't ready to see you swing. Oh, sing on, Johnny, don't lose a thing. Sing on, Johnny, there's a war ahead. Sing on, Johnny, there's a battle ahead. When the wind blows, he'll just take a deep breath. Oh, sing on, Johnny, there's a war ahead. Sing on, Johnny, in the salty wind. Sing on, Johnny, in the salty wind. 'Cause you can't get to heaven on a sinking ship. Oh, sing on, Johnny, in the salty wind. And oh, time we lose them all. The morning dew, the ragged ball. And from the corner I'll hear someone just play a song for us all. Sing on, Johnny, make time stand still. Sing on, Johnny, make the night stand still. The women are busy and the kitchen is filled. I'll sing on, Johnny, bring everyone in. Sing on, Johnny, make it loud and fierce. Sing on, Johnny, make it loud and fierce. A battle cry ringing deep in my ears. Oh, sing on, Johnny, make it loud and fierce. And oh, the time lose them all. The morning dew, the ragged ball. And from the corner I'll hear someone call. Just play a song for us all. Johnny, for the woman you love. Sing on, Johnny, for the heaven above. Sing on, Johnny, for the good man's son. Oh, sing on, Dad, till the work is done. And over time we lose them all. The morning dew, the ragged ball. And from the corner I'll hear someone call. Just play a song for us all. And over time lose them all. The morning dew, the ragged ball. And from the corner I'll hear someone call. Just play a song for us all. Play a song.
Midnight by the Shannon, I sat down and wept. I had drunk too much in the pub, so I slept. And down by the river a dream came to me of the girl whose dark eyes that night I did see. I grew up in the countryside. My mother died when I was young. I wept in bed most every night, dreaming of the songs she had sung. When I was 23 years old, my father died out in the field, and at the farm I could not live. I couldn't bring a cup to yield. Midnight by the shed-in, I sat down and wept. I had drunk too much in the pub, so I slept. And down by the river a dream came to me of the girl whose dark eyes that night I did see. In Limerick I found a job, working in a pub each night, but haunted by my parents' shades as I learned to drink and fight. One Beltane when the moon was full, a wandering bard came in to sing. At evening's end he caught my eye, he said, "For you I have something." Midnight by the Shannon, I sat down and wept. I had drunk too much in the pub, so I slept. And down by the river a dream came to me of the girl whose dark eyes that night I did see. A leathery hand pulled from a bang, the perfect feather of a crow. He winked and put it in my hand, I saw his aged eyes aglow. My life went on, I drank and fought, haunted by my mother's song. I wept in bed most every night, dreaming of her love now gone. Midnight by the Shannon, I sat down and wept. I had drunk too much in the pub, so I slept. And down by the river a dream came to me of the girl whose dark eyes that night I did see. And then one night when working late, a girl with curl blackened hair looked at me with her darkling eyes. My mother's in this maiden fair. I went to her and she kissed me. "What gypsy trick is this?" I cried. "My mother's eyes in this colleen." I went into the night to hide. Midnight by the Shannon, I sat down and wept. I had drunk too much in the pub, so I slept. And down by the river a dream came to me of the girl whose dark eyes that night I did see. Yeah, midnight by the Shannon, I sat down and wept. I had drunk too much in the pub, so I slept. And down by the river a dream came to me of the girl whose dark eyes that night I did see.
Mother made it clear right from the start. A special boy, it's true, and you will do just as you do. You're a fighter with a lion's heart. Everything about you is a rebel, rebel bold to rebel truth. And you'll tell me lies about the world, and I believe that it's the truth. Rebel is as rebel does, and always is and ever was. And one cold night they'll feel the bite of a blackened rebel too. Your heroes, Pierce and Connolly, they always gave you strength, but your vision went beyond us, so you'd say. History can only stretch out to a certain length. About you is a rebel, rebel bold to rebel too. And you'll tell me lies about the war, and I believe that it's the truth. Rebel is as rebel does, and always is and ever was. And one cold night they'll feel the bite of a blackened rebel too. wife at 19 years and now a widow at the same. I'm not ready for my man to have died. Everything about you is a rebel, rebel to rebel truth. And you'll tell me lies about the war, and I believe that it's the truth. Rebel is as rebel does, and always is and ever was. And one cold night you'll feel the bite of a blackened rebel too. And one cold night you'll feel the bite of a blackened rebel too. And one cold night you'll feel the bite of a blackened rebel too.
I've grown like a tree without sight, without truth. And groping away to find a reason to believe. Give me the G, my Lord, my just like the sea. Go with me, leave your pain on the lane. You and me, just getting through the rain. Can you see? Through the moon and mountain, just follow me, deep inside. Because we did forbidden thing. I put the big family, the war Charlie like a steam. Forgive me, pretty lady. Couldn't know anything else. Couldn't stand them anymore. Just want to have a rest. Go with me. Leave your pain on the lane. You and me. Just getting through the rain. Can you see? Through the mountain mountain. Just follow me. Deep inside.
After John Byrne Band came Damanta with By the Shonane from the Drunken Priest and the Ghostly Hymns of Autumn. Then came Paddy's Pig with Rebel Tooth from their same titled EP. And finally, Seagulls Are Drunk. That was their song Deep Inside Out the Sea. That's from their album Next Round Is On Us. If you do enjoy this show, then I would really appreciate it if you would listen, like, and share the show with your friends. You know, anyone who subscribes to the mailing list will get 34 Celtic MP3s for free. So subscribe to the Celtic Music Magazine. This is our free newsletter and your guide to the latest Celtic music and podcast news. Remember to support the artists who support this podcast. Buy their CDs, download the MP3, see the shows, and drop them an email to let them know you heard them on the Irish and Celtic Music podcast. And before I go, I do have to have my daughter Kenzie come say hi. So Kenzie, come say hi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Yeah, you having fun? Did you have fun at the Science Center today?
Yeah.
We had a good morning. Romping around the Science Center here in Birmingham. All right, we're going to finish up the show with Flook. This is Baldy Hollow and the Empty Pod from their album Rubai. Thank you so much for listening. I will be back in maybe 2 weeks. It might be 3. But I will have I will have a show next week, and I will have a show after that, a week after that. Again, next week will be hosted by Steve Behrens. I might have another special guest. I'm hoping. I will find out probably today or tomorrow. So that's all. I will talk to you later. Here's Flook, Sláinte. The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast is produced by Mark Gundy, Celtfather. To subscribe, go to iTunes or to our website, where you can become a patron of the podcast for as little as $1 per episode. Promote Celtic culture through music at CelticMusicPodcast.com.